And now I give the floor to the distinguished representative of Turkey.
Madam Chair, we are delivering this statement in our national capacity. We express our appreciation for the organization of this conference. Hopefully, it will contribute to advancement of implementation of the two-state solution that would allow both Palestine and Israel living side by side in peace. We wish the best of success to not only co-chairs of the conference, Saudi Arabia and France, but also everyone here who strive for a just and lasting solution. We assume responsibility of co-chairing the Roundtable 6 on preserving the two-state solution together with Ireland. We will engage constructively in the preparation process. There is no alternative to the two-state solution, and yet its implementation is long overdue. We need to advance it by taking concrete steps. This conference should give a clear message to those who are not prioritizing peace. We need to make it clear that evading the two-state solution is not an option. What stands in the way is continuing Israeli occupation of the Palestinian territory and Israel's denial of rights of Palestinian people. This must end. The path to follow is taking concrete action despite the denial. Giving concrete support to implementation of the two-state solution will surely have impact. It can change the political landscape and give hope to Palestinians. We believe we can elaborate on the following steps in our work. Recognition of the State of Palestine. Admission of the State of Palestine as a full member of the United Nations. Empowering the Palestinian Authority in any way possible, be it financially or capacity building wise. Taking measures against settlements and settler violence towards Palestinians in the occupied Palestinian territory, demolitions and land confiscations, sanctions, economic and trade, arms transfer ban, isolating the occupying power in international organizations. In our input to roundtables, we detailed them. It should also be highlighted that in its landmark advisory opinion of 19 July 2024, the International Court of Justice enumerated obligations of both Israel and member states. These are known to all of us, as the General Assembly adopted a resolution on the implementation of this advisory opinion. In short, what needs to be done is clear. The rest is about political will. We already submitted our input to other roundtables. So far, for its part, Turkey took several concrete steps, including recalling its ambassador from Tel Aviv, cutting off its trade with Israel, declaration of intervention in the case brought against Israel before the ICJ on the ground that Israel violated its obligations under 1948 Convention on Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide, taking part in advisory opinion processes of the ICJ, treating Palestine favorably in terms of tariffs in a specific agricultural product, extending humanitarian aid in Gaza, taking initiative to have arms transfers to Israel halted. We believe a lasting peace is a must. We shouldn't let warmongering and incite for violence to take over the political discourse. Security is for all, and a guarantee mechanism should be worked out for a future peace deal. We remain ready to take responsibility if the idea materializes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would like to thank Saudi Arabia and France for convening this preparatory meeting, and we also are grateful to the co-chairs of the working groups for their valuable briefings. This conference is both timely and essential. The continued suffering of the Palestinian people, the unfolding humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza, and the systematic erosion of the objective of the two-state solution through illegal settlements and various other unilateral measures by the occupying power demand a resolute international response. Pakistan remains steadfast in its support for a just, lasting, and comprehensive solution to the Palestinian question, rooted in international law and relevant UN resolutions, based on pre-1967 borders, with Al-Quds al-Sharif as the capital of an independent state of Palestine. This conference, we believe, must serve as a turning point and deliver tangible outcomes. We reaffirm our full commitment to this process and to actively engage in the June conference. We will submit our inputs to the respective working groups. All of these working groups are very important, and we will contribute to help shape action-oriented deliverables. In the lead up to June, it is imperative to restore and fully implement a ceasefire in Gaza, to lift the blockade, ensure unimpeded humanitarian access, including through UNRWA, and to protect civilians and aid workers. Any attempt to forcibly displace Palestinians, annex territory, or impose militarized aid mechanisms must be firmly rejected. To preserve the viability of a Palestinian statehood, among other steps, we believe that this conference must establish a mechanism to monitor and promote enforcement of relevant Security Council resolutions, including 242, 446, and 2334, which termed settlements illegal. This should be coupled with diplomatic efforts to secure Palestine's admission as a full UN member state. And secondly, this conference should operationalize the Gaza reconstruction plan endorsed by the OIC and the Arab Group. Projects such as Gaza West Bank Transit Corridor, seaport reconstruction, and industrial zones are vital for territorial contiguity and Palestinian unity. Ultimately, this conference must address the root cause, that is, Israel's prolonged occupation. Only by ending the occupation can we secure a just and lasting peace. Pakistan stands ready to support this conference and contribute to a credible political horizon for a two-state solution, one that upholds Palestinian rights, including right to self-determination, ends occupation, and delivers durable peace through a viable, sovereign Palestinian state with East Jerusalem as its capital. I thank you.
I thank the distinguished representative of Pakistan. And now I give the floor to the distinguished representative of the Russian Federation.
Спасибо.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Co-chairs, we'd like to thank you for the painstaking work you did so as to convene and prepare today's meeting, as well as the upcoming International High-Level Conference in New York on the peaceful settlement of the question of Palestine and the implementation of the two-state solution. We believe it's absolutely vital to convene such an international forum, which should foster the restoration of peace and stability in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict zone and in the Middle East as a whole, through the commencement of the two-state solution process for Palestine. Further reaffirmation of the broad international consensus in support of the legitimate aspirations and rights of Palestinians, especially to self-determination and return, is something that is in high demand, especially as we lay an internationally recognized legal framework in the face of, especially for UN structures which will be implementing them, specifically UNRWA. We are also setting a course. We're also seeing a course of irreversible facts on the ground being created on the occupied Palestinian territory, OPT. We sent our comments to the co-chairs of the working groups. Our comments underscored the fact that today's situation in the OPT is unacceptable. The actions of Israel have resulted in a humanitarian catastrophe. We noted in our comments that the way towards the Palestinian people achieving self-determination requires the implementation of the internationally recognized framework for settlement, because Israel is duty-bound to resume and to pursue negotiations in good faith so as to achieve a final settlement. Other states and international organizations are duty-bound to facilitate this process. As a result, we should be able to ensure the establishment of an independent Palestinian state within 1967 borders with East Jerusalem as its capital, coexisting in peace and security with Israel. On our side, throughout many years, we have facilitated the Israeli-Palestinian settlement process. We voted in favor of all relevant UNGA resolutions. We also provided assistance to Palestinians, both bilaterally and through relevant UN agencies. We ensured that this issue maintained a high profile in the Security Council, at the General Assembly, and at the ICJ. Therefore, we intend to actively participate in the upcoming conference, including in the working groups. We deem the upcoming conference to be an important opportunity for other states to also demonstrate their commitment to the settlement process and to the Palestinian cause specifically. For Palestinians, it should be an opportunity to come up with concrete initiatives. We also have a number of practical questions we'd like to put to the co-chairs in light of the upcoming conference. We will be contacting the co-chairs. Thank you very much. I thank the representative of the Russian
Do you want to
Federation.
watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: African politics, economy, and increasing power. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.
Tell us what you think in the comment section. Like and share the video, and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our African videos. It's the best way to support us.